Alrighty, welcome to another Winston Wednesday. You see the draft already popping off. Playing against Anton Fierbina here. And he went skip, take. Oh wow, skipping on Cold Steel Heart, huh? I think I will take a pack of Cold Steel Heart and Railway Brawler. Teferi is also pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'll take a Teferi. He saw two of those cards and didn't like either of them, so it's just two new cards. Alright, I'll skip on Firebolt. Ooh, Ignoble. I like Ignoble, and Dust Animus is actually fine too. Oh, definitely want Jetmir's Garden. Okay, so we're the start to a pretty decent green deck. Skip there. I will take Temple Garden because on-color duels are pretty nice, and we could be green-white splash Teferi, or we'll see what. Cursive Portal, Underground Mortuary. Yeah, I will take this pile as well. I think this pile is solid, but oh, I definitely like duels. Green duels are really good because now I have the mana to be like a 4-color green deck, including maybe an early Dragon's Rage Channeler. No, or sorry, Preacher. I'll skip that. Cryptic Spires is a tapped 2-color duel. I have a lot of lands. Oh, Coveted Jewel. Nah. Skip and draw. Tithe Taker. Ooh. There's 60 cards left. I'm going to take Sneak. I think with 2/3 of the packs left, Sneak is great. Oh, I'll definitely take Minskin Boo. And slightly late, this is Winston draft. On Winston Wednesdays, we do these. These are 1v1 drafts. Here, and you eat every pile you look at. You can either take the card or pass, and when you pass, it gets another card. Cryptic Coat is a pretty good card, but I need to find some creatures for this Sneak. I think Lightning Helix is fine too. Oh, there we go. Torsten is exactly what I was looking for. I just think once I have Sneak, I should go for some slightly higher impact stuff. All right, I'll skip a duel, skip a Helix. Oh, I will take a Seasoned Engineer. We're using Salvato's cube here, which has the initiative. Oh, I'll take Skyclave. I'm basically just Naya Sneak here. That's what it's looking like. And this pile has gotten quite nice. Explosives is a fine sideboard card. I tend not to main deck it. But I'm basically green-white, maybe not even splashing this Teferi. Green-white-red. I'm taking Coveted Jewel out for the moment as well. Bristlebud. Yeah, Bristlebud's pretty good, and it denies Anton Glenalinja Archmage. Oh, yeah, I'll take the Black Lotus pile. That sounds good to me. What was the other card? I even got a Terra Sunder. I'll skip a Solemn. Natural Order. Oh, I think with this Torsten, I actually could be natural ordering. There's still 30 cards left. I could still get some other big green things. He passed on Solemn Ancient Tomb. I'll take this because I don't... First of all, I like Solemn Ancient Tomb. Second, I don't really want to play against Mystic Confluence. Pyrokinesis is a great card, but if Anton passed on it, he might not be able to play it, and it doesn't look the best in my deck. Xander's Lounge and Kozilek. I don't really care too much for Kozilek anyway. Skip. Eagles of the North. I'll take that. Eagles of the North is a nice mana fixer. Okay, I'll skip a Dig Through Time. Now this has gotten a Portable Hole. Yeah, that might be enough. Portable Hole's pretty good, and having a second Sneak card is not the worst. All right, I'll take this pile. It got a little bit juicier. Teferi Time Raveler. Yeah, that card's too annoying to pass. And if I pick up some blue lands, maybe I'll end up playing it. Oh, there's a blue land. All right, I'll take Trop here. Because now I could get maybe Time Raveler and Teferi Hero of Dominaria in. Ooh, I will definitely take a pile with Path to Exile. Neshoba Brawler maybe makes it in. I guess I do have a Natural Order. But Path is going to be really nice. I have a lot of 4s, but I have some mana fixers or ramp with Noble and Ignoble and Ancient Tomb and Lotus. Skip Sunbaked Canyon Batterskull. Oh, I love Aurelia's Vindicator. 5 cards left. Fabled Passage. Yeah, we should take Fabled Passage. And Retrofitter Foundry. I have a Portable Hole to deal with it. It's and a Skyclave. I think it's just a bit slow. Skip. I could use one more big thing. Kappa Cannoneer is also a really good card. I think I'm going to skip and I guess take Blood Tithe. I assume he's going to take Retrofitter. The thing is, if he takes Retrofitter, I take Cannoneer. He doesn't get both. And if he doesn't take Retrofitter, the Cannoneer is not that good for him. So this worked out. Forensic, little combo there. All right, let's get to deck building. All right, well, as Winstons tend to be, there's not a whole lot of deck building here. I put in one mountain and 1 island. So 1 mountain means I'm not going to have double red for sneak quite as often as I would like, but I don't think I need another red source. This gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red. Counting Cold Steel Heart, Solemn, and Ignoble. Not even counting Lotus, excuse me. And then the 1 island's plenty. I think it's worth playing the Kozilek here. The best cards in my sideboard are like Coercive Portal and Retrofitter. I just don't think I have the time for Retrofitter. And I don't really need the Coercive Portal. I have so many 4s. I guess Aurelia's Vindicator is a 3, but tons of 4-drops. So I guess I better hope I draw Lotus or a Noble or an Ancient Tomb. I mean, I think this deck's pretty good. It's got some nice starts here. Also, Railway Brawler Sneak Attack. Just attack for 24 with Kozilek. Jeez. Let's see how this goes. All right, time for game 1. We're on the draw with a Lotus. I will definitely keep this hand. I would like to find another big play that's not Solemn Simulacrum. Any Minskin Boos? Any Minskin Boos? Oh, Torsten. Torsten's kind of interesting because it looks like I can just cast Torsten on turn 4 here. I get to next turn maybe like cycle Eagles. Turn after that play Solemn, and the turn after that just hard cast Torsten. Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Looks like my Noble's gonna die. That's fine, though. I wish it hadn't. Oh, never mind. Let's just not get dazed here. No real reason for that. And cast a turn 2 Minskin Boo. Oh yeah, that is exactly what we were talking about. Slam. And do I want to get Jetmir's Garden or Plains here with this Eagles of the North? Because I guess I don't have an untapped land right now on turn 3 with Fabled if I get Jetmir's Garden. But we'll see. At this point, casting Torsten has not become a short-term plan. It could be a long-term plan. If I Solemn that's 4 up to 5 mana, then that land that's 6, you know, we're getting there. Obviously, at this point, Anton just needs to deal with Minscan Boo or is in a lot of trouble. Wasteland my Trop. All right, well, I'm going to Plains Cycle. I think I do get Jetmir's Garden here. Oh, yeah, I think so. The odds that I have to tap my mana next turn are pretty low. And then what's this? And then a Territorial Kavu is a 3/3. Okay. I will not use the ability. There's a path. I think what I'm going to do is send for 4 and then throw the Minsk at his Territorial Kavu. Sack this. Deal 4 to your Kavu. Draw 4 cards. And then I get to go Island, Cold Steel Heart, name, white. And then pass the turn. It opens up Minskin Boo to getting killed to a small burn spell, but I'm okay with that. And it just locks in those 4 cards. So now, even if that happens, I'm up, say he traded 2 cards for my 1 card and I drew 4 cards and I did 8 damage. So I would say a pretty satisfying exchange. It turns out Lotusing out Minskin Boo is in fact the business. And didn't really see much. The Wasteland's going to be annoying, but yeah, what can you do? All right, let's get in there. All right, game 2. No Lotus this time, but this is a pretty solid hand. I get to go maybe turn 2 Tithe Taker, turn 3 Teferi. Torsten's still a potentially castable card. And if I draw like a Noble or something, that'd be sick. A red-white Cryptic Spires, sure. Obviously, Lotus would still be a sick draw. Neshoba Brawler is not terrible. Let's just lead on Plains, and I think, I kind of want to just play Neshoba Brawler here on 2. It's going to attack for 3. It's a little bigger than Tithe Taker. I'm not really worried about him having mana up. Oh, interesting. So Seasoned Dungeoneer means I could play Cold Steel Heart to play a turn 3 Dungeoneer. I'd have to name red. Well, I don't have to. I could. That would be fine. Or I could name white and then get red with the Seasoned Dungeoneer. Is that better than just playing a Brawler? Yeah, I think probably... No. The problem is if I play Cold Steel Heart and then Anton plays a creature and then I play a Dungeoneer and then he kills the Dungeoneer, that sequence goes pretty badly for me. So I think I would rather do this and then maybe Okay, yeah, maybe bounce the Lelia or something. We'll see. He hit dig through time. I'm going to take it. Draw. Oh, Skyclave. Okay. Skyclave is good, definitely. I'm going to start by just going Teferi, bounce Lelia, and then just pass the turn. And now if he wants to attack with Lelia, I can block with Nishoba Brawler and trade. If he's got removal plus Lelia, so be it. And it makes it so he doesn't draw a card off this Lelia this turn. Plays Odawara first. Let's see what this is. Oh, Palace Jailer on the Nishoba Brawler. Okay. That's pretty annoying. Aurelia's Vindicator. I mean, I think I just play the Seasoned Dungeoneer. If he's got a removal spell, I'm basically dead. I could also hard cast Aurelia's Vindicator. Maybe that's better. Because if I do that, it's pretty hard to kill this thing. Yeah. And then it attacks over and takes the Monarch. If he wants to Lelia and hit here, I'll accept that. Because then once this Brawler comes back, I'll have a decent blocker. And then maybe next turn, if I draw a land, I can go Skyclave plus Cold Steel Heart. If I draw a Plains, I could also just go Tithe Taker plus Apparition. Basically, I just feel like playing a ward creature that has flying is better than playing a Dungeoneer. Even though Dungeoneer definitely gets in next turn, this just makes it harder for him to kill my creature and do something profitable this turn. Obviously, if he can kill the Vindicator and then attack Teferi with Palace Jailer, I'm not like loving that, but I think this is okay, and it's going to be a close one. I mean, Lelia into Palace Jailer is a pretty strong start on the play. If I draw Black Lotus, this game, I cracked this game wide open. Sneak would also be really good. Let's see. Hopefully this is just, I mean, hopefully it's Lelia, because I already know Anton's got Lelia, so it makes it very unlikely anything better is getting cast. He should attack with both. Yeah. Probably Palace Jailer at Teferi, Lelia at me. Oh, both at Teferi. Okay. I'm actually really happy about that. Maybe he really doesn't want Teferi to die, or rather to live. Teferi and me. I believe those are the correct attacks. And let's not exile something he can cast. Rafine's Tower. Oh, I can play it tapped. All right. Yeah, I will take it. Teferi down. I'm down to 14, but I'm about to gain 4 life here, so I don't mind that. And then he plays Rafine's Tower. Draws a card off Monarch. All right, let's send with the Vindicator here. And I think what I'm going to do this turn is go Skyclave your Lelia and then play Cold Steel Heart, name Red. I don't think I'm going to need triple white in the same turn. If I draw Sneak, it'd be really good to have red mana. And it also lets me Dungeoneer for second mountain or for second red source. All right. Take the Monarchy, land, Skyclave, pop that Lelia, Cold Steel Heart, name Red. Also, if I drew like a Lightning Helix or something, that'd be good. Boom. Plains, all right, not great. But I can play Torsten next turn, and I'm really ahead on board. Anton does have 7 cards in hand, but I mean, I can lose Monarch this turn if he's got 2 removal spells, but then Aurelia's Vindicator just takes it back. He's going to need something like a Sweeper to, and even then, Sweeper plus take the Monarch. Like, how are you doing that? So I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I'm glad I didn't play Seasoned Dungeoneer. If I went Cold Steel Heart, he went Lelia, and I went Dungeoneer, and he played Palace Jailer, that game would not have worked out well for me. So I'm happy things went down like this. And then he does have a lot of cards in hand, but the Ward 2 on Vindicator is looking pretty good. Brawler is just a solid little 3/3, and even if I have to block with Skyclave and give him a 3/3 token, not a big deal. All right, Dak Faden. Okay. Are we stealing the Cold Steel Heart? Sure. I mean, Dak Faden plus what? Balance or something? That would be a little scary. Plus Generous Plunderer. Okay. This looks pretty good for me. Obviously, it would be nice to have to get to cast Torsten this turn, but let's just take my turn here. Let's see what I draw. Jetmir's a Guardian. I think what I'm going to do here is attack Dak with the Vindicator, leave back my other blockers, go Seasoned Dungeoneer, get a Mountain here, and then play the Mountain and play a Tithe Taker. So now I have 4 blockers. Granted, Anton does have a Generous Plunderer, which requires 2 blockers, but still has to remove 2 blockers from the field in order to hit me. And even then, I still would likely be able to hit back with Vindicator or Token. I've got Torsten to come. I'm in a ton of life, so feels like I'm in pretty good shape. Okay, we got some moves here. Let's see what they are. Gonna have to be pretty good, but this is Cube. Things like Fractured Identity do exist. Okay, Flame Tongue Kavu is a start. Kill the Dungeoneer. And then next up, the thing is, at no point though does it lead to Vindicator not getting to take back Monarch and Initiative, because even if Anton has another way to kill one of my creatures, it's still going to be pretty good for me. Werefox Bodyguard. All right. That's a way to get the Tithe Taker and not have it trigger. Okay, I guess it's going to be Brawler. Sure. And then attack with both. All right. And I take 1 off the Plunderer. I'm just going to kill the Plunderer here. Oh, shoot. I hit enter again. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Whew. No, I did hit enter again. Okay, well, I meant to double block Plunder. It doesn't matter. Like, I was losing Monarch anyway, but that was just a misclick. All right. All right, well, let's take my turn here. And he gets a basic and gets the Monarch for a turn. That was stupid, though, because I would have lost Skyclave. I mean, I still would have lost Skyclave, and so you'd have a 3-3, but, like, it was kind of unnecessary to do that. I think I'm going to slam a Torsten here in a second. Let's try not to misclick. That could have been there's higher leverage spot to misclick. Non-Fox. Got to make sure. All right, and he plays a Ketria Triome. Okay. Draws a card. Let's draw. This doesn't do anything. All right, I'm just deciding. I'm going to play Torsten this turn. I'm deciding if I want to sack my treasure. I think I don't. I think I'd rather play Torsten, and I think, do I want to Forge here? I mean, Forge onto the Vindicator sounds pretty decent. Let's play Torsten first, I think. Cast this guy. Pick up, Sneak's on the bottom, but pick up a lot of good cards here. Oh, I even get to cast a Noble if I want. Huh, maybe I Forge onto the Noble. He still gets to get through, but let's see. I have a lot of mana next turn. I don't care about sacking the treasure. Yeah, Forging the Noble seems like it's pretty good, and it also lets me hit with the Vindicator for an additional point of damage here. All right. Hit. Take the Monarchy, take the Initiative. I kind of don't want to Forge onto Vindicator also, because if the Vindicator lives, it feels like I'm going to win this game. So let's go Forge onto Noble Hierarch, become the Monarch, and pass the turn here. Dust Animus and discard. I don't want to discard an untapped land, I don't think. I think Underground Mortuary is my worst card, but I don't know. So surely going to give me a treasure. At this point in the game, it feels like well, it depends. He, I guess, knows all the cards in his hand at this point. So if he can't spend the mana, then he might not want to. But I felt like the further you are behind, the more likely that you should be plundering here. And if he doesn't have an exile or bounce way to get rid of Torsten, also, like, just, it's a huge problem, because it either makes 7 1/1s or just, sits on the board and just crushes. Next turn, I guess I won't be one short, because I can cast Eagles next turn, and this attacks for 6 plus 5 off trap, assuming he's got no flyers. I have the Monarch, I have the Initiative, I've got a bunch of blockers. Tithe Taker replaces itself if it dies, so does Torsten in a big way. So now I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. All right, kicking things off with a hedge maze. That sounds kind of good to me. He's got planes in hand too from that from when he took the initiative. So Anton has 2 unknowns in hand, and I mean it could be, I don't know, something like Cryptic Command. I wouldn't even die to that. I would take 10, 11 off the Plunderer, go to 11. Yeah, I think I would be totally fine here. Let's see if hedge maze helps. Okay, card is left on top, and oh, we're slamming a Chaos Defiler. Okay, so maybe that kills Aurelia's Vindicator. Not going to kill Torsten, I wouldn't suspect. Yep, Vindicator is down. Nothing to return. And what else do we got here? Batterskull. Oh, that's not really going to do it. Like, he could make an attack here to take the initiative, but it wouldn't really work out well. All right, so now we're going to go into Trap here. Trap mode. You lose 5. Draw. Oh, Path to Exile is really good. What do I want to do here? I could Path the Chaos Defiler so I could attack with Torsten. I might just go, let's see. If I play Ancient Tomb, I can play Railway Brawler and a doubled up. Oh, yeah. I can cast Railway Brawler. Oh, Railway Brawler costs 5. I'm 1 short. I'm trying to cast Brawler plus cast Dust Animus plus Bristlebud, but I might not be able to do the Bristlebud. That might be okay, though. So what if I just cast Railway Brawler plus Dust Animus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, do I have enough? No, I'm 1 short. Because I was hoping to... That costs 7, and I'd have to have 5 lands left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So in that case, I think I'll go Brawler plus Bristlebud. Okay. And then I have to tap my Noble. Yeah, that's probably fine too. I kind of want to just keep Path up here. And then at that point, do I want to play Ancient Tomb? Since I have to tap my Noble anyway, but it also lets me play Jetmir's Garden, which I actually think I want to do. So I think, oh no, playing Ancient Tomb doesn't help me play anything. I could, yeah, so let's just play Plains then and not take the damage, and then cast Bristlebud like this. Make 2 food, make this a 10/10. And then I think just pass the turn. I don't really want to attack with Torsten. It doesn't really even accomplish all that much. Like, you can just block with Chaos Defiler and pop something, or block with the Batterskull and gain 4. Lightning Helix is not bad. And then now I've got Path for that Chaos Defiler. I guess I do technically have to worry a little about a sacrifice as a cost effect, but then the worst comes to worst, the Chaos Defiler trigger kills the Bristlebud Farmer, and that I don't think that really even does that much. Chromatic Star. So he's just doing some cycling here. Cycle the Sunbaked Canyon, cycle the Chromatic Star. I don't think it's going to get the job done. Draw. I've got Path at the ready. Next turn, I've got a lot of trample damage because I can cast Eagles of the North and send in the Idiots for quite a bit of action. I have 5 blockers. He's got effectively 7 attackers, though I could block everything and then Path the Generous Plunder if I really wanted to, but it's also not even like a disaster if he takes the Monarch for a turn here in the initiative. Like, he gets to go to Forge and he gets to draw a card, and then I probably get to take it back, but we'll see. All right, here goes a Territorial Kavu. I mean, a fine card, but that's not really gonna change what's going on here. Anton's down to just 1 card. He's got Plains in hand still. A lot of non-basics. Cool 5-color deck. He took all the non-basics. I took all the basics. All right, pass the turn. I'm gonna draw again because of the Monarch here. Lotus Kozilek. I don't really know that I even want to cast a Kozilek and draw 4 cards. I think I'm gonna start by casting Dust Animus. Might as well. get this in, and then it gets a bunch of counters. And then I'm going to cast Eagles of the North. I'll play the Lotus, I guess. I think I just cast Eagles, not using Ancient Tomb. Give my creatures all +1/+0 and first strike. This gets more counters. All right, let's go to attacks here. I think I attack with these. He's at 6, and then I can path the Chaos Defiler before blocks. Path the Chaos Defiler. It's out of here. All right, yeah, this should be good then. And I don't even think I Bristlebud here. There's just no real point. I've got plenty of action. I don't really want to mill myself here. No reason to like die to a draw 7 or something like that, like Wheel of Fortune. All right. Whew. A close games. I mean, this game was close. I guess the turn 2 Minsc and Boo game wasn't. And that's a dub for Winston Wednesday #1. All right. Welcome to round 2. Winston Wednesdays, battle against BK. And I'm going to pass on Avacyn's Pilgrim. I'll skip this pile. I'll pass on Candelabra. I do like this one. And let's see. Elvish Spirit Guide. I think I'll pass. Time Warp. Yeah, a pretty mediocre start. A double blue card that also is just like, it's okay. Time Warp obviously can be good, but it's not the kind of card I really like to start with. And I'm hoping to pick up a little bit more direction. The cool thing about Winston is there's some, so he took Avacyn's Pilgrim +X. There's some amount of deck building you can do, and some, of course, is similar to Sealed Deck. I'm going to skip Bloodthirsty Adversary. Oh, Nissa Who Shakes the World is pretty strong and pretty good with Time Warp. I guess technically good with Candelabra, but Candelabra is not the kind of card that you put in your Winston deck very often. Path is too good to pass generally. It's splashable and quite strong, so I typically do play it. Ooh, Yavimaya plus Nissa. Thalia is also a good card. I think I'll skip this pile still. Lotus Field Candelabra. Oh, I'm kind of into that with Time Warp. Also, Dark Confidant's a good card. I don't know that I'll play Dark Confidant, but it's 0-sum, so at least BK doesn't have access to it. So he took the Yavimaya. Oh, I'm going to take Ancient Tomb for sure. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but or where I'm heading. I mean, you could say broadly, I also don't know what I'm doing in general, but that's a different conversation. Here, I'm looking to go like Nissa, Lotus Field, some other stuff. Oh, I really do like Phantasmal Image and Commercial District, I think is fine. So I'll take that. Oh, I'm definitely taking Aurelia's Vindicator. I think this card's awesome. It just does a lot of powerful stuff, and it's colorless to cast. In a single white to flip up. So that's pretty strong. He's probably going to take this pile of 4. It has to be really bad. Underworld Breach. Ooh. I think I'm just going to take this for the get lost. But hey, getting a free breach is kind of nice. Don't pass fetches. It's a good rule. I'll skip Manamorphose. I will not skip Palace Jailer. Oh, BK skipped Dark Ritual. Okay. That's interesting to note. I mean, Dark Ritual's not a 0. Oh, Recurring Nightmare is a really messed up card. There's 52 cards left. All right, I'm going to take Recurring Nightmare because picking up Dark Ritual and Recurring Nightmare has given me a bit of a direction. Manamorphose can help. I'll take Vamp too. Okay, I've got some kind of combo stuff going here. And I'll skip an Outland Liberator. I'll definitely take a Fabled Passage. Not as good as a real fetch, but still pretty good. I'll skip Imidane's Recruiter, though that is a pretty strong card. I will not skip Fourth Eorlingus. All right, and we're basically 5 colors. Oh, and that's a Soul Ring. Oh, yeah. That's a reward for clean living right there. I don't know that what my cheaper cards are going to look like, because your colors matter a lot, like for what the less expensive cards are. Like, what cards are you trying to play early? Whereas, like, Fourth Eorlingus, you can splash on any deck because you can play it at a ton of mana. All right, well, let's skip Darksteel Citadel. Let's take Badlands. Sensei's Top is also not a 0. Ooh, Railway Brawler is kind of nice because I think I can basically cut blue and play effectively Obzon, splash Fourth Eorlingus. I think Railway Brawler is actually strong enough, especially with Soul Ring and Ancient Tomb. It's such a good cheap card. Ooh, Overgrown Tomb, great. Still a 3rd left. I wouldn't mind some big creatures to go with Recurring Nightmare. Oh, I like Daretti and Wojek Investigator. I don't know that I'll play Daretti, but Wojek Investigator looks pretty good. I'll skip Iteration. Urborg, I can skip Urborg. I don't think it does too much for me. Botanical Sanctum Nettlecyst? No, let's skip and draw. Okay, Triplicate Titan's good with Recurring Nightmare. I don't currently have a way to get it into the graveyard, but I could try. Breeding Pool? I mean, it would open up blue for me. I think I can skip. These piles have a lot of cards in them. I mean, I know some of them. Oh, okay, well, that worked out, because Botanical Sanctum I'm not going to necessarily need. Mox Diamond looks great. Tireless Tracker looks great. I could go for some more things that work with Recurring Nightmare here. That would be nice to find, but I don't feel too bad about where we're headed right now. Forensic Gadgeteer and Firebolt. Firebolt's a great card, not really a great Gadgeteer deck. Land Grant, I think I can skip. Miscalculation, I'll skip and draw. Haywire Might. That's actually playable, especially with Recurring Nightmare. Kind of a weak card to pick up. If I get that Gadgeteer back, I could maybe put Haywire Might, Gadgeteer, Mox Diamond, Soul Ring, Top, Nettlecyst, Spyglass Siren. Like we do have outs for that. Let's see if something good got added to that pile. That would be pretty sweet. Okay, Night Scythe. Oh yeah, he didn't want Season Pyro or Firebolt, so he's definitely not playing red. But now that I got the Night Scythe, I'm kind of interested. Portable Hole and Trumpeting Carnosaur. I will take that because I think Portable Hole is great, and because Carnosaur is really good with Recurring Nightmare. Mana Leak and Show and Tell. Yeah, I will take it just because I think I might actually end up playing some blue. Though I didn't get that Trop. I did get the Botanical Sanctum. Unfortunately, the Tropical Island got passed. I wasn't playing blue at the time I saw it. Let's see. Because it's possible that black, I guess black is a kind of free for me. Oh, Gaia's Cradle. All right, this is one of those Winston decks that I have to build a little bit. Let's get to deck building. All right, let's take a look. Let's first sort by color. There's like decent arguments for every color here, and I could just be 5 colors. I actually have pretty good fixing between Mox Diamond, Verdant, and Fabled Passage, but I think I want to get a sense of what's going on first. All right, these are artifacts, because there also is the possibility, I actually kind of have enough artifacts that I could get Nettlecyst, Forensic Gadgeteer going. Gadgeteer is a strong card, especially with Sensei's Top. What if I take out the Dark Ritual and the Dark Confidant? I can play Recurring Nightmare, maybe not even play Daretti. And then I could take out the red except for maybe Carnosaur. And right now this is already up to 13 lands, so we still need some cuts here. I could cut the Time Warp. Is there? No, there's no chance I want to cut the green. The green seems quite good. Triplicate Titan might not make it in. I don't have a way to discard it. So that, unless I wanted to play Dark Ritual and try to get there with Gaia's Cradle, Lotus Field to hardcast it, which sounds a bit dubious to me. I think I just go for Recurring Nightmare to loop Carnosaur. It also works with Phantasmal Image pretty well. Definitely great with Palace Jailer. Doesn't actually work with Aurelia's Vindicator, unfortunately, but it would work with Season Pyro if I wanted to do that. So let's take a look at the lands here. So I've got Verdant, which gets black, green, white, red. It doesn't get blue. I have Badlands. Oh, I have all this red fixing. Maybe I do a different way. I put in Plunderer. I put in Firebolt. I probably put in Pyromancer, Breach, Daretti. I just play Vamp, Dark Confidant, Dark Ritual. I cut like Haywire Might. And I cut Nettlecyst. I'm still too many cards now. I do like Gaia's Cradle with Fourth Eorlingus, Seasoned Pyromancer, Daretti kind of, but I should probably cut it. I didn't get the Urborg or the Avamaya, funnily enough. Candelabra with Lotus Field, Gaia's Cradle, and Ancient Tomb actually sounds kind of sweet. Oh man, so this is giving up Phantasmal Image, Mana Leak, and Gadgeteer, which are all pretty strong. I guess I could Show and Tell Titan. I don't think that's good enough though. I'm getting Underworld Breach, which is actually a pretty strong card when you just put a bunch of cards in your graveyard. And I'm getting much better mana. Just having all 3 Jund duels with a fetch land. Yeah, let's do it this way, I think. Let's go ahead and cut the lands for a second. Sort by mana value. Let's see what this mana cost looks like. Maybe I just cut Dark Ritual and Dark Confidant and just play basically red, green, white with like a little bit of black. And this is now 15 lands. I still need to cut a couple more cards. I think Vampiric Tutor when you have 4th Eater Lingus in your deck's pretty good. So I think I want to keep that. I don't think I want to cut Manamorphose, especially with Underworld Breach. Sensei's Top can probably get cut now. I like all the white cards. I like the green cards. I just need to cut one more. It could be Firebolt, but I do kind of like having that one. And yeah, the mana just really leads me down this direction. I guess it could be Candelabra. I do like Candelabra with Nissa, with Lotus Field. Lotus Field Candelabra 4th Eater Lingus is pretty strong, but I don't have a whole lot of card draw, and I'm just going to draw Candelabra, and it's going to be bad too much of the time. So I think this is the build. I get to play all these lands except probably Gaia's Cradle. I just don't have enough creatures. Like, casting it after 4th Eater Lingus, or using Cradle after 4th Eater Lingus is kind of pointless. Guess it's good with Night Scythe, Daretti, Pyro to some degree, but I think this is going to be better. And then I've just got basics down here. Like, I assume one swamp is going to be plenty, because that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black. Yeah, that's plenty. And probably 2 mountains is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus Mox is 7, plus Lotus Field. And then 3 forests is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 3 plains. I might need another plains here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, this looks pretty good. I've got Manamorphose as well, and I could just cut the Lotus Field though. If I'm not playing Candelabra, Lotus Field is nice to untap with Nissa to a degree, though you don't really want to do that. That's a little bit risky. And let's see what else. Lotus Field is good at just being a 5-color land, I guess. I could just take it out and play a plains. Interesting build. This is one of the tougher builds. Though, actually, you know what? I like Lotus Field a lot with Underworld Breach. Just filling our graveyard. Underworld Breach is a strong card. That's also partially why I want Firebolt. Breach, Bolt, Bolt, Bolt is actually a pretty legit way to win the game. And just Breach, replay 4th Eater Lingus. Yeah, there really just isn't a way to get this Candelabra in, I don't think. It's funny because I have like a pretty viable second build here where I put in all these blue cards and the artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'd basically cut all the red cards and black cards or something like that. But I feel like this works out pretty nicely. All right, let's get to battling. All right, let's battle. I'm going to keep this hand. This hand could definitely lose to a fast draw. BK is mulliganing, and I'm going to draw Soul Ring, so, there's that. But I do think that I got to keep this hand. It's got 2 good 3-drops and a 4th Eater Lingus. I just, can't mulligan every hand that doesn't have acceleration. Here, I actually don't think I need to lead on Fabled Passage, because I have lands going up to 4, and I have all my colors early, and then it double triggers Tireless Tracker. Ooh, and Bristly Bill. Though I guess Bristly Bill, not going to want a Fabled Passage next turn, but I will be able to in a turn or so. Let's see. Arwen? Arwen's pretty good. The 2/2 Indestructible is pretty solid. Let's go Badlands. Bristly Bill up the Bristly Bill. And I think we lead on Wojak because it's a good flyer. It won't get me a clue this turn, but I will be able to Fabled Passage after playing Tireless Tracker next turn, or I could go Tireless Tracker, Lotus Field. Those both sound pretty good to me, so I'm feeling good about this game. I mean, we'll see what BK plays. We've got an Arwen out, which I don't really have an answer to. Get Lost doesn't do it. Oh, well, we'll see what he's got. Othari and Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Oh, and he's going to play Othari this turn. Okay, that's going to be a little tough. Wow, and he has a Taiga to go get? Must be nice. Okay, so Taiga, I guess I assume it's Othari, but, well, it's possible that he wants to just Teferi here. Yeah, no, that seems actually pretty reasonable. And then tuck the Wojak Investigator and then don't attack with Arwen here. All right. So now what do I do? I don't think casting Fourth Ear Lingus is that appealing. He's got these two cards in hand, so if he draws a land, he's casting Othari. I could Aurelia's Vindicator, and then next turn I'd be able to flip it for 1. So if he plays Othari, attacks, I block. I could also Fourth Ear Lingus for 2 here, kills Teferi, and gets me the Monarch. But the problem with that is then he just attacks me back, and if he draws a land, he gets to play Othari. I don't love this spot. I really don't. Maybe I just play... I could just play a face-up Vindicator here. I don't really like any of my options. This Arwen is really causing me issues. Maybe I just hope... I think I'm just going to hope he doesn't draw a land. I'm going to Fabled Passage. I guess get another red, because I have some double red cards. Though I guess I have a double white card too. And I have doubles of all the colors. Let's just get to the plains, I guess. And then Bristly Bill gets even larger. I think killing Teferi here is going to be pretty good. Attack Teferi with both. Attack BK for 5. He kills one of my tokens. Teferi goes down. I draw a card end of turn because of Monarch. Okay, he didn't draw the land, so he does get to take the Monarch from me. But now I've got some options because Bristly Bill giving trample or giving counters to the trample token is nice. So let's go Tireless Tracker. And then put a counter on the Trampler. And send with both and leave up Get Lost. Because if he plays Othari without playing a land, like if he doesn't draw a land, then having Get Lost up will be nice. And I could also just crack this clue. So you can save 1 point of damage by putting a Danto Vanguard on Bristly Bill and paying 4 life. Or he can just take 8. I become the Monarch. He also has Arwen activation, but is not using it yet, which makes sense. And, oh, Ancient Tomb. I kind of wish I had another Fourth Ear Lingus here. Unfortunately, that land, he drew it this turn. He didn't draw it last turn. The land is going to make things a little tougher. Because now he gets to attack with everything. Oops, I took off the stop. What do I block? I guess I could block the Rebel token, and then I'm taking 8. I sack. Yeah, that seems good. And then I sack this clue. And if he wants to use Arwen, which I think he will, that's fine. He's gaining 1,000,000 life here. Oh, there's Soul Ring. Okay, this Aurelia's Vindicator, I think, is going to be a pretty big part of how I get back into this game. I can kill Othari before he attacks. He can bring it back with the Rebel, which is kind of annoying. But let's see. I have 5 mana, 6 mana with Soul Ring. Yeah, so why don't I go Soul Ring, face down Aurelia's Vindicator. I could flip it for 1, but I don't think that is all that good. I could play Lotus Field, though I guess I'd tap my mana in a way that wasn't ideal for that. I could also play Wojak Investigator and have Get Lost up. Is that good? I go to 5. I have... If I attack with the Human Knight, I'll have 3 blockers. I can kill the Othari. Block. Yeah, that actually seems fine. Let's put a counter on the Vindicator so it can block something. And then play Wojak. And I will hit for 3 here because I would like to take the Monarchy. And then next turn, I'm flipping up this Aurelia's Vindicator for infinite. Okay, beginning of combat, I'm going to Get Lost the Othari. Oh no. Remand? I just die now, I think. Because he gets 2 more rebels. I block 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and take 1,000,000. Alright. Well, that was a fast-paced game. I needed that Soul Ring earlier, unfortunately. Do I want the mana leak? I put an islands in the sideboard in case I wanted the blue cards, but I don't think I do. I think the mana just doesn't really work. All right, I'm on the play here. Yeah. All right. I get to go turn 1 Fabled Passage. Oops. Turn 2, I guess I just have to play Generous Plunder because it makes treasures for the rest of the rest of the plays in my hand. All right, let's get a mountain here. And then, oh, Lotus Field. Okay, there we go. So now I go Plunder. This actually is going to work out kind of nicely. I can go Plunder, make a treasure, play Tireless Tracker, and then play Lotus Field. Okay, Luminarch Aspirant. And I can even wait a turn on this Trumpeting Carnosaur here. I don't have to kill the Aspirant quite yet. Oh, Ancient Tomb. So I have 5 mana? Interesting. Next turn I'll have 6 mana. So why don't I just go Tireless Tracker, Lotus Field. Oops, sack these 2 lands. Hit for 3 here, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and block the Luminarch Aspirant with my Tireless Tracker if it attacks as a 3/3. All right, in it comes. Yeah, I'll just block. I'm not gonna have mana to spend on Tracker, so I think trading up there is worth it, and I get to slam Carnosaur next turn, depending on what BK does here. Elvish Spirit Guide. Is this Teferi? Okay. Tuck the Plunderer. Let's go Bristly Bill, Ancient Tomb, face down, and the Vindicator. And I'm going to let BK use Teferi for a turn, which is fine. I probably should be able to kill it next turn. I guess I'm not drawing Plunder quite yet, but I'll be able to cycle Manamorphose to try to hit a land drop. Though I guess third from the top. I guess if my top card's not a land, I know my next card isn't either. So I'm hoping that it is. And then I could either Carnosaur into Plunder if I draw a land, or I could Manamorphose to get past it and try to Carnosaur into something more expensive. That sounds better to me. Okay, let's hope this play isn't too good. Ether Spellbomb to protect Teferi. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, what is this? 3 mana? Oh, does BK have something expensive to play? Wow. All right. Stomp my Vindicator and then pay the ward and have Ether Spellbomb up. All right, I guess I'll attack the Teferi here. I'm getting owned. I mean, I'm sure he's going to bounce it. And then now, I think I have to kill Teferi now with this Carnosaur. It's kind of a shame, but what can you do? I'll get red, discard it to deal 3, and I think play the Generous Plunderer over Bristly Bill since I'm not making a land drop anyway. All right, well, I was hoping to do a little better, but BK's a tricky one. He's got some good stuff here. He at the very least can play this Bone Crusher, but it looks like he's doing better. All right, he's making some troops. Yeah, I'll let you have a treasure. Draw. Well, I'm going to play Palace Jailer. Yeah, I think so. Exile one of those. And then play Bristly Bill. I was kind of hoping to draw a land so I could get a +1/+1 counter, but ooh, okay, Breach could do something. And the reason I didn't attack is because of the Recruiter. If BK has a land, oh no, he doesn't even need a land. He's got treasure. He can already play Bone Crusher, play Recruiter, attack me with 3 creatures. I don't want to lose the Monarchy. But if he does that, then I get to go trade, chump, which I think is fine. He ends up tapped out with a Bone Crusher in play. I have nothing in play, but I still have the Monarch. And then next turn, I could go Breach into something. Breach into Manamorphose, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, here comes Bone Crusher. And here comes Imidane's Recruiter. Yep. The other option is to let him have the Monarch for a turn and go Palace Jailer on Knight. No, I don't want to. Well, I could go like this, keep the Plunderer, make a token end of turn, or on my upkeep, and then I can go Breach, Manamorphose, replay Palace Jailer, guaranteed. It's that or hope to draw a land. I don't even really like chumping that much. All right, let's just do this. He gets to draw an extra card off of the deal, but I get to make a treasure. Just draw. I get to take back Monarchy in a second here. Oh, Railway Brawler's kind of interesting. I could also just cast the Brawler. Kind of like just doing that. And then hoping that next turn I can do some good Underworld Breaching, though if he answers the Railway Brawler, it's not going to go great for me. Oh, cycling a Jetmir's Garden? That's a great start for me. Okay. I mean, if he just has Othari here, it's not good, but Outland Liberator? All right, that is also acceptable. And Sylvan Caryatid. Ooh, he did not have an answer to Railway Brawler. Pilgrim's his last card. Nice. Okay, now we're really talking. I'll definitely use the ability. Let's see, draw planes. So now I have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so I can Breach, Bristly Bill, and Palace Jailer. 1, 2, and I think even Manamorphose. Exile those 3 plain Manamorphose. So those 3. No, I guess I don't have enough to play all 3. Still pretty good, though. I guess if I'm going to do that, I should do that. The other option is to just play Wojak Investigator and crack a clue, but I think I want to get my breach value, especially since this can blow up the breach. So let's go to 5 here, play Underworld Breach, sack this for a green, play Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill gets large, land, put a counter on the Plunder. I think the Plunder is going to be pretty good. And then play Palace Jailer, exiling everything but Carnosaur, because that's what I would rather Recurring Nightmare. Jailer comes in, become the Monarch. And I guess I exile Bone Crusher. And then I can attack with the Generous Plunder and the Railway Brawler. Yeah, looks like. And he doesn't even have particularly good blocks. He's just going to take it, go to 1. I mean, I'm sure there's things he could draw to kill me, but most likely we got this one. Given that he's at 1, this thing's going to be lethal when it attacks. This is pretty big. All right, going to game 3 here. I'm going to be on the draw. I don't think all the Gadget here stuff helps me on the draw particularly. I mean, I could splash Dark Ritual. The card is pretty messed up. I think on the draw I might want it, maybe over Vampiric Tutor. I don't think Vamp Tutor would have been good most of those games. Honestly, I should have just been playing the Dark Ritual. I have a bunch of mana sinks for it. 4th Eorlingus is a good one, but even Aurelia's Vindicator is fine. Mostly I just need to draw Soul Ring so I can actually just play my spells ahead of schedule here. On the draw here, and no Soul Ring, but I have Recurring Nightmare and Get Lost and Firebolt, but no red. I feel like I can mulligan this hand. All right, I'll keep this hand. I'm just going to put back Firebolt. I'm going to play a turn 2 Wojak Investigator off Plains Ancient Tomb, and I'm going to set up a Dark Ritual 4th Eorlingus. Easy, easy. Oh man, he once upon a time into Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay, well, I didn't draw a red, so I couldn't have Firebolted anyway. I mean, casting Palace Jailer on turn 3 could be pretty good. He's using Elvish Spirit Guide. I don't love that. Okay, Sanguine Evangelist, but presumably no untapped land. And no land at all, it looks like. All right, well, Forest was about the worst card I could imagine drawing. But Wojak Investigator is at least pretty good at playing some defense here. Luminarch Aspirant. All right, we're getting in there. So now drawing red mana, white mana is good. Black mana, anything but green mana or green cards. All right, unfortunately, I don't get a clue. Okay, Overgrown Tomb is a start. This has Vigilance. All right, get in there, I guess. Need to draw. Manamorphose would be a sick draw. He's got 5 cards. Does he have an attack here? He could attack with the bat. It doesn't do much. All right, red source, white source. Metamorphose has a red and white source. Let's see. Oh, tireless tracker. Okay, that's a start. That's a start. Make a clue. Pass the turn. And then now if I draw red, I can pop off. Also, BK missed on land once upon a time. You have to admit that's kind of justice. I don't think he would admit that, but I think you have to. All right, I'll take 4 here. I'm at 12. And if he doesn't draw a land here, it's going to be pretty tough. He's no land in the top 9 cards of his deck. Adonto Vanguard, how lucky. All right. Let's get a clue here. All right, white source. I could get lost in response and get another clue, but I'm going to get a clue off tireless tracker anyway, so I'd rather just draw. Okay. Let's draw any metamorphoses. Portable hole. Okay, I will play that. I don't really want to, but I think I have to take the bat out. The bat just deals too much damage. And my hand is good going forward. Obviously, it would have been nice to be able to take out Avacyn's Pilgrim, but don't think that's where we're at. You could attack with everything and then the Adonto, or you could just put a counter on the Adonto Vanguard. Either way, the Adonto Vanguard's probably getting in. Uh-oh, he drew a mountain. Ooh. Imidane's Recruiter. All right, this tireless tracker's going down here. I don't know what it's going to block, but I'm sure it's not surviving. I guess you can put a counter on the Luminarch Aspirant and then everything offers trades. So yeah, and then he attacks with Sanguine and everything else. All right. Well, I'm definitely blocking something with Tireless Tracker. If I block, you know what? I don't think I block the Sanguine. I think I do it like this. I take 8. Yeah. Go to 4 here. All right. Well, I drew a Plains. That's something. I think I'm going to lose here pretty badly. Let's Palace Jailer. Become the Monarch. Exile Adonto Vanguard. Sanguine Evangelist. It kind of doesn't matter. I mean, if I exile Sanguine Evangelist, it comes back. If I exile Adonto Vanguard, yeah, I guess I'll exile Adonto Vanguard. Hope to draw Metamorphose here. No, there's my Plains. I can block the Pilgrim, but that doesn't do much. Oh, he's just casting Minsk and Boo. Does that kill me? It does. Wow. BK stuck on one land a million turns, and I just couldn't draw a red source. I effectively mulliganed, like if you look at it, to like 4. These 3 cards never got cast. All right. Well, that's a beat, but Winston Wednesdays must continue. Let's get another match in. All right. I'm rematching BK. That was too ridiculous. So BK is going first. He's looking at that pile of 1 and deciding if he wants it. And if he does, then that means that we got some fresh cards here. But let's see. Oh, never mind. BK has to run. We'll find a different opponent. All right. We got a Martell instead, who of course snapped off pick 1. I'm gonna skip Blackcleave Cliffs. Non-duels are not good enough early. I'll skip Baleful Mastery. I'll take Taiga over a random card. I think the dual in is quite a bit better than a random card. We're not getting any new looks in pile 3. I don't know that I would have taken Taiga pick 1, pack 1. I don't love passing Glissa now that I've passed Blackcleave Cliffs, but I don't think I'm supposed to take Glissa. I will take Caustic Bronco Baleful Mastery though. 2 strong black cards in the same pile is pretty decent. They're both pretty good. Oh, now there's a Glissa in that pack, and I probably will take it now that it's 3 cards. Oh, and a Dothy Voidwalker? Yeah, so he saw Seachrome Coast Glissa, which wasn't that good, but now I've gotten 3 strong black cards plus a black-green card and a red-green duel. A pretty good start to Jund. Oh, Mox Sapphire, pretty good start to any deck. And one of the things with Winston is you don't have as much control as a normal draft, of course. Ooh, Luris. All right, I'm going to take this pile. I'm not going to look for Companion Luris, but I will take a Mana Crypt. Wow. Of course it's against Martell. I'll pass on Sandstone Needle. I think I'll pass on a double white card here. Oh, Phantasm. Oh, You know, I'm going to take this pile. Maybe I can Companion Lurrus. These are all cheap cards. I'm only losing Glissa and Lockwhale. Let's just keep it in mind. Oh, I'll take Pentad Prism anyway. Prism is just a really good fixer. Bazaar Baghdad I can skip. Vindicate and Wandering Emperor. I guess I should take this pile. I think there's a pretty good chance I'll be able to play Vindicate. Let's get that Seachrome Coast back in here. I'll skip Steel Seraph. Oh, definitely taking Fracture Identity. Okay. So I could be like an Esper-ish Lurrus deck. Oh, I think Curse Scroll is actually pretty reasonable. The way these games go, they can be some nice attrition games, and Curse Scroll can be really good there. Malcolm and Rafine. I love Malcolm. So I'm going to keep an eye on what the threes are that would disallow me from playing Lurrus and just kind of see. Black-green plus Gemstone Caverns. I think that's good enough. I might play Black-green, and Gemstone Caverns is really good if you have a companion. Oh, well, definitely taking Reanimate. Oh, Reanimate plus Malcolm. I got some combos. Really, I would like Esper lands more than anything else, but I will take Bitter Triumph as well. Forensic Gadgeteer is not looking that close to being good, even if you set Lurrus aside. So, do this. I got to take this pile. Emberwild Captain's too good to pass. Don't really care about Scavenging Ooze. Leovold, I will skip. I don't think my mana is necessarily working out for Leovold. Ooh, Inspiring Vantage and Esper Sentinel. No, I'll skip that too. All right, well, I'll take the One Ring. And at this point, it's looking less like I'll Companion Lurrus. I'll keep taking black removal spells. Removal is just really good in this format, and just taking black cards. One of the ways I can help my mana is I just keep taking black cards and not other cards. All right, well, of course it'd be against Martell. Of course, he's gonna lose it. It's so good. That actually really makes me want to Companion Lurrus. So we'll see. The One Ring being in my deck and being a great card is one thing. This is out of control. This is just out of control. A bunch of white-green fixing. No, that doesn't really do much for me. I don't care about Oddity. Stoneforge Mystic. I don't have any equipment yet. There's 21 cards left. I don't think that's a good bet, is my guess. All right, I'll skip it. Oh, Solitude. Okay. The anti-Lurrus, the Lurrus anti-companion pile is growing larger. I could also take Enlightened Tutor because it's a second copy of One Ring, or I can Enlightened Tutor for Mana Crypt Lotus and all that stuff. All right, I don't generally Enlightened Tutor, but I think I'm just going to be black-white here. I'll pass him a Shield Breaker. That's fine. Wedding Announcement and Stoneforge Mystic, 14 cards left. At this point, I don't think I'm going to Companion Lurrus as much as I love doing that. So I think I'll take this pile because Wedding Announcement's good, and then Wandering Emperor's back in too. I don't know about Rafine or Horned Lockwhale. I don't have that much fixing. Same with Zoanthrope, but we'll have to see. Trinket Mage. Wow, this is quite a Trinket Mage deck. All right. No, I am going to play Horned Lockwhale. I didn't look at all my blue. Oh, now at this point I have to take Darkslick Shores. There's only 6 cards left. Yeah. Okay, Haywire Might, Adeline. I mean, Adeline is really good. Haywire Might is just whatever. Mana-wise, yeah, I mean, Adeline is really good. Let's just take that. And we're just going to be Esper with kind of medium-ish mana. That's fine. I get to cut a couple of cards here. I could also cut some black cards. Oh, well, I'm definitely going to take Scrubland. That's not close. All right, well, the mana's gotten quite a bit better after picking up Darkslick Shores and Scrubland. I can't pass a gut here. There's just no way. All right, Sunbaked Canyon and Elvish Spirit Guide. All right, let's get to deck building. All right, so take out the Elvish Spirit Guide for a second here. Let's just do piles by color. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not companioning Lurrus, and I think I'm just playing all 3 colors effectively. I have Gut and Emberwild Captain, but I don't really have the fixing to play those all that well. I have some black-green lands. I have a red-white land, I guess. I have a Rafine is probably good enough at this point. Though maybe what I should be doing is cutting down on blue. Maybe I cut... I mean, how many cards do I need to cut right now? Right now, this is 14 lands plus Lotus, Mox, Mana Crypt. I mean, it's not actually crazy to just play it about like this. Maybe I'll cut 1 card And I guess the Horned Lock Whale is probably it because I have plenty of finishers and removal and it's double blue. All right. So sort by mana value. Let's see. I think I will sideboard the Gemstone Caverns. And I think given that I get to put in... So 3 islands leaves me with 6 blue plus Lotus and Prism. And that leaves 4 of each of these. No, 5 swamps probably. That leaves me 5, 6, 7. 7 black. Plus the things. Oh, I got to take out an island. Put in 1 more black and then put in 4 plains. And then that leaves me with 4, 5, 6 white plus Lotus and Prism. And 5 blue plus Lotus and Prism. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 black plus Lotus and Prism. Well, the black is better. I think maybe I just keep it like this, and then just Trinket Mage is also kind of a fixer. Malcolm is a bit of a fixer. Though Enlightened Tutor also kind of is a fixer. Maybe I just cut a swamp, play another plains, and then just go like that. I think that this is what I'm gonna run here. All right, yeah, this this deck is sick, really good. All right. Oh man, I don't know why it's so fun to just get so lucky against Martell, but everyone can agree it is, right? Well, it looks like lunch is going to be on Martell today. Let's go. Turn on Ancient Tomb is pretty strong. Oh, Simian Spirit Guide. Oh, what does he got? Turn 1 Death Greeter Champion. That's pretty good. I mean, Lotus Luris Caustic Bronco is pretty good too. Let's see if I can draw another big play. Because if I could do any big play, then I would be able to slam that too, because I have so much mana. Lotus, Scrubland. I think I just play the Caustic Bronco, and then I don't play the Mana Crypt, because I could play Mana Crypt to not have to risk not getting to play Lotus again, but it seems like 1.5 damage is pretty bad. Cycle Unearth. Okay. Into Island. Just going to pass. I guess now I run into the issue of wanting to crew Caustic Bronco and attack and not get Luris and not be able to replay Lotus either. But what can you do? All right. Saddle this. Hit Trinket Mage. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's go Lotus Trinket Mage. Actually, this is really funny. I'm going to hit with Curse Scroll, and Tom's going to think I'm so lucky. Mana Crypt. Trinket Mage. Actually, hold on. Let's undo. I'm not going to use the Mana Crypt because he can't remand me or anything either. Let's go Trinket Mage. This is just like a really ridiculous draw here. Let's get Curse Scroll, Swamp, play Curse Scroll, and I've got 3 more swamps at the ready here. Pass the turn. And that's it. He had enough. Oh man, we're just speed running here. All right, yeah, let's get in there. Let's see if I can open on Lotus Luris again. And no Lotus Luris this time, but Malcolm into 2 removal spells into Fractured is pretty good. Pretty unlucky not to have Mana Crypt or Mox in my opener, to be honest. But you know, I'll make do with what I have. Oh, there's the Luris. All right. Luris isn't bad. See what Tom's opener is here. I mean, it might be like Ancient Tomb into Death Greeter again, but we'll see. Oh, Island go. All right, I'm just going to go Scrubland go. Mana Vault is going to be useful at casting Fracture Identity, but certainly don't need to play it now. Cycle and Unearth here. Oh, Stomp me. Okay, well, pretty glad that Malcolm has Flash, because now presumably Tom's playing the Bone Crusher. I'm just going to play Malcolm here. And then let's hit with Malcolm and see what we get. My hand's pretty good. Oh, Pentad Prism I can definitely discard. Land. Let's just take 1,000,000 damage here. Take 4. Infernal Grasp. Play Mana Vault. Pass. I feel like Vindicate and Bitter Triumph can hit anything. Don't really need to play one of those. I use the narrowest removal spell here. Ooh, Spitting Dilophosaurus is sick. It's a good way to get rid of Malcolm, that's for sure. Into his 5th colors, or 4th and 5th colors. All right. Not bad. I have 7 mana. So what I can do here is I can go Luris, play Malcolm. It's funny, I can actually play Pentad Prism, and then pay 3 life to just kill the Dilophosaurus here. And now I've got these 2 in play, which is pretty nice with 2 removal spells in hand. I'm 1 land away from Fractured, but I could also untap Mana Volt if I really need to. And you know what? This is why Winston's great, because sometimes you open Black Lotus and Luris, but also because we can play a draft and a match in like 15 minutes. Yeah, those tend to be blowouts. I've had some longer ones, but this just means bonus Winstons. I'll get Tom to run it back here in a second. Golos. Okay. If I draw a land, I'm probably just going to Fracture the Golos. I don't have any special lands to get, I don't think. If I don't draw a land... Oh, that's funny. Let's just Vindicate the Golos then. And attack for 5. Oh, I should have played Pentad Prism. Hold on. I will just discard the land anyway. I should have actually played Pentad Prism for 2. That was just a mistake, and then played Vindicate using one of the Pentad Prism mana. But you know, got a little too excited about that Vindicate. So Baleful Strix comes down. Let's see if Tom can kill my Luris here. Pretty decent chance, I would imagine. Whether it's like Abrupt Decay or Collective Brutality. Oh, Brutality. If he has a Collective Brutality and he gets Luris and gets Fracture Identity, that would be pretty gross. Oh, Animate Dead on Golos. Okay, that is pretty good. Getting a Shelldock. Ooh, okay. That is definitely good. Land and 1 more play in Deathgreater Champion. Okay. We got ourselves a game here. Not playing the Prism definitely could cost me here, because I would really like to kill that Golos. And it's pumping itself. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good call. All right. No. All right. Well, I drew the land, so I kind of got lucky anyway. Fracture Identity the Golos. I think it's better to Fracture Identity Golos than Animate Dead. Yeah, because then the Golos is gone. Use the ability. Don't a Dark Slick Shores or a Plains? Honestly, I think I'd rather just have Plains. Know what the funny thing about this is, though? I actually might... Oh, I'm going to attack with Malcolm here. I'm at 12. Yeah. I think forcing the trade for Baleful Strix is fine. Oh. No blocks. Okay. I assumed that was going to get blocked, but I wanted to trade it off because of Malcolm. Oh, am I getting ninja'd? Wow. All right, this game is actually going to end up being a lot sicker than I thought. All right, let's see what the ninja does here. Did not anticipate that. Fallen Shinobi hits Raffine Phantasmal Image. Okay. So you can Phantasmal Image the Luris and then Animate Dead, the Spitting Dilophosaurus. Ooh, I think that the Pentad Prism thing was definitely an error. I don't think attacking with Malcolm was, though. I think trading off there was good. And the fact that he had Ninja in his deck means I won't do that next time. Okay, and what's he going to get? The Spitting Dilophosaurus to kill the Malcolm. And then play Raffine. All right. I guess that's the last thing he can lure us for the time being. Here, I think I'm going to take 1 more from Mana Vault, because that lets me cast an additional spell. Draw, deals 1. Yeah, I'll play my land. I'll play the One Ring. And I think I'll draw. Curse Scroll, huh? Let's go Pentad Prism for 2. I don't think playing the Malcolm really does a whole lot. And now I could actually activate Golos is the funny thing. The upshot of my Pentad Prism error from before is now I have a fully charged Pentad Prism, which can get me red and green mana for this Golos. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he does have Sheldock Isle, so presumably we're going to get hit by something else as well here, or something else is going to hit the board. We'll see what that is. There's definitely some things that could be a problem. And then next turn, maybe I spin Golos. Not sure what I'm looking for, but I think getting multiple spells is going to be necessary. Oh, dress down on second main phase. Oh, he's dressed down to recycle with Lurrus. That's really funny. Because now he gets to replay dress down. In fact, he can do it on his own end step so that my Lurrus and Golos don't work. Oh, man. That's actually pretty brutal, though. It looks like he's going to lead on Baleful Strix. Yeah, because then I can't Golos. Because the thing about Golos is you can play the spells without playing their mana cost, but it doesn't let you play them at a time you couldn't normally play them. So I can't wait and Golos at instant speed, except I would only be able to hit instants if I did. I think I'm just going to have to Lotus him next game. That's all. That's my only conclusion. All right, he can attack with Raffine to get some conniving here. Okay. I take nothing because of the ring. Tom has... Oh, he's going to dress down on his second main. Okay. Interesting. And then he's got a follow-up here, it looks like. Exile Highway Robbery, play Reflecting Pool. All right. Pass the turn. So if I play 4, I would be able to do this, but I think I'd rather just spend the mana on Malcolm. Oh, Baleful Mastery is not bad either. Let's blue, white, black, red, green. Let's just start with Golos here and see what I hit. I got to hit some good ones. Trinket Mage, Darkslick Shores Island. Well, that does give me a lot of mana because Trinket Mage can get Lotus. Island, Trinket Mage. Oh, I guess I think I'm going to One Ring in response. All right. That way if I drew Lotus or something, I could do something else. All right, get Lotus. Darkslick Shores, get out of here. I don't need you. Lotus. Oh, what I can do here, yeah, let's go Baleful Mastery. I could Baleful Mastery and have him draw a card, or I could just Curse Scroll. I think I'm just going to Curse Scroll his Lurrus, which is a Phantasmal Image. Oh, is that good, though? I guess the extra mana doesn't really help me. Yeah, all right. Let's Curse Scroll Lurrus. It just dies. And then Phantasmal Image. And what do I want to copy is like the real question. So I sack this for blue. Play Phantasmal Image. And I guess I just have to copy Raffine. Oh no, I'm pretty dead here because of the Spitting Dilophosaurus. Yeah, I can copy Raffine, but he can attack with these, everything, connive. All right. Well, I got a little ahead of my skis that one, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll have to we'll have to run it back. I'm on the play this time, so I don't want Gemstone Caverns, which I considered on the draw, but decided not to. And by that, I mean I forgot. All right. I am on the play. Here we go. I will keep this hand. And actually, I don't think I'm going to play turn 1 Wandering Emperor. I think I'm just going to play turn 2 the One Ring. Because I can just Enlighten Tutor for One Ring and just slam. Seems pretty good to me. Enlighten Tutor, the One Ring, draw. And this time I think I will play Pentad Prism for 2. Because this means I can play Pentad Prism, play the One Ring, and then next turn play Wandering Emperor. Draw. All right. Pass the turn. And just going to go nuts here. I mean, I just have what would be a good draft deck. Oh, Ancient Tomb is a good card. So he's got something. All right. Death Greeter's Champion. Oh, that's really not going to do it against Wandering Emperor here. Let's draw. Take one, draw two more. Sea-Chrome Coast, Sapphire, pass the turn here. And if he's got a counterspell for Wandering Emperor, that's going to be pretty rough because I'm going to take a million damage. But if he doesn't, then I expect that I just basically win the game here. Mana Crypt, Lotus, Mox, Sapphire, Mana Vault is really something. All right, Deathgreeter Champion is out. I'm back up to 21. Pretty nice to have life gain with the One Ring. Baleful Strix. Oh, I do got to worry a little bit about this ninja, but I'm about to draw 4 cards on my turn here. That should be enough to find something, I would imagine. Draw. Wow, okay. I guess I'm going to go Scrubland, Dothy Voidwalker, and then, oh, what is this? Cycle Unearth in response. Yeah, that's funny. Put a +1/+1 counter on the Voidwalker. Play the Mana Vault. Pass the turn. If I'm getting ninja'd, I'm getting ninja'd. Definitely not over because I still have like the One Ring to get me a ton of value, but I feel like that is one of the ways Tom could come back from my ridiculous start. I mean, I have so much mana here. He has 5 mana. I have 10, and I've drawn a million more cards. All right, well, I'm not getting ninja'd here. Though if he has an answer for the One Ring, it's still pretty bad for me. Liliana of the Veil. Okay. That's fair. Sack my Voidwalker. And then he's got another play here, presumably. Stomp. No, exiling Highway Robbery. Okay, so now he's just going to attack Wandering Emperor. All right, I go to 16 here. And draw another land. All right. There we go. That should be enough, I would imagine. How do I want to do this? Well, I want to play Lurrus. I want to play Dothy Voidwalker. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 mana. Yeah, let's go Lurrus. Dothy Voidwalker. I don't even need to play Lotus here. Curse Scroll. And put a +1/+1 counter on Lurrus. And I think pass the turn here. I'm just going to leave up mana for Bitter Triumph or Baleful Mastery so that if he does have a Fallen Shinobi, I don't get hit this turn. I don't care if he +1s Liliana. In fact, it's actually kind of good for me. Discarding this Plains makes Curse Scroll more likely to pop. All right, no blocks. Yeah, he's gonna go for this and then scoop when it doesn't work is my assumption here. I'll cast Baleful Mastery, exiling. And I mean, that is just going to be pretty hard to beat. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it there for this edition of Winston Wednesday. And thanks for hanging with me. Thank you, Tom, for being on the receiving end of this. What a nice... what a nice little Winston. Look at these cards. Look at these. And you know what? Every week on a Wednesday, we'll be playing some Winston drafts. These are a ton of fun. I do a ton of these every week, and I'm glad to get to share them with you. As always, I appreciate you hanging with me and battling. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with a cube draft. I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.